The 2K Sports pregame show.
And this is a full
sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the New York Knicks. For New York, the season hasn't started the way they had expected it to and have come up against some very difficult matchups. Still plenty of time, of course, to make adjustments, and tonight's game will be another opportunity to try to build that confidence this team needs. And while we have a moment here, another discussion topic. Shaq, you are one of the most physical players the league has ever seen. Who would you say right now are the league's most physical players?
Sorry to correct you, Ernie. Not one of the most, the most. But anyway, Ernie,
you're not sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
Elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see. Point guards, how about Russell Westbrook? Mm-hmm. Shooting guards, I'm going to go with
the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but
well, he's not physical. Crazy.
No, but he throws it around too, man.
Does not.
He throws it around.
Does not.
Yes, he does. He and Zach Randolph.
D-U-Z-N-O-T.
Yeah, I like
does
Zach.
Not.
Yes, he does. And Dwight Howard is physical, and my man Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes, is one of the toughest bigs I've seen around.
And what's Dwight Howard's name? You can say it.
Dwight Howard.
No, say it.
Super Dwight Howard.
Say it with some energy.
Come on, give us a Superman.
Superman is in the building.
There he goes. There he goes.
Now you ticked off the big fella. That's it for now. Talk to you later.
The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At the other top, at point guard.
It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Cavaliers. This is a determined team right now, and they've gone 7-1.
And looking to stay unbeaten against this team. A win here would get them off to a 2-0 start in this 4-game season series.
And, Greg, it also would solidify their advantage in this matchup. I mean, they want to show, hey, last time was no fluke. This is the way it's going to be all the time. Getting that W could drive that point home.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. They get the rebound. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance. And road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
That bucket in no time at all.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
44 seconds left here in the first quarter. Second chance shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Moscow guy was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Moscow was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for New York. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Shumpert, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Now here's Shumpert. Aaron Aflalo missing his last shot. Shumpert against Anthony. Shumpert, no good. It's Anthony with the drive. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Here's Irving from 13 feet. It goes down.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Cavaliers
only winning by 2 points.
And a chance to hear from former #2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus of
just getting to the basket more, being able to fit.
2 huge improvements for him. Ray, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become a real beast in this league.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
It's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, Thompson and Verja at the 4 and 5. Williams is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Richardson in at the small forward position.
It was a bit of a roller coaster year for Mo Williams. I mean, he had that 50-point breakout game, but then later traded away to the Hornets.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Galloway, kept alive by New York. Now, here's O'Quinn. Tight defense on him. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Still got it.
Serafin's got his first bucket of the night.
He never gives up on a missed shot. He feels like every one is his, and that tip-in paid off for him.
Here's Shumpert. The shot no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. Well, of course, Mo Williams, Clark shipped to the Hornets for their playoff push and helped out there.
I thought overall, Kevin, Mo had a really strong year given his age. Probably his most productive season since his early 20s. You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Shumpert. That's good from 17 feet away. Shumpert's got his first basket.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Here's Grant, 11 points last game. Here's Serafin. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cavaliers lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, it's tough to play on the road, and they overcame that. They were mentally and physically prepared for this game, but it hasn't been easy. They faced some intense play from a team on its home turf, but these guys didn't cave in. In fact, they fought back with some intensity of their own, successfully, in front of a very hostile crowd.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, they need to be more aggressive. They got to take the ball inside. See, scoring inside the NBA is like running in football. You're taking control of the game physically. Sure, you need good perimeter play and spacing on the floor, but hey, you got to get it into the big man, Ernie.
That does it for halftime as the game is just about set to get going again.
This halftime show. 2 we have.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Galloway in at the point. That's Derek Fisher's 5 as we get going into the second half. The feed to Lopez. Pass to Aflalo. Some nice passing by New York here. He kicks it to Galloway. From deep three-point range. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Cavaliers leading. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Outside Irving.
Stop doing that, Jesus.
And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Cavs. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Love outside. Shot clock at 5. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
There's Galloway. He's covered by Irving. Galloway, the pass to Anthony. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from LeBron. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. Off on the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 7. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily.
Leading. Keep the lead on.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Utah. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron is down low with Verajao. Amon Shumpert is out there with Williams, and it's Smith in at the small forward. Shot clock at 6. Here's LeBron. Carmelo Anthony grabs the ball.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. Anthony with the defensive effort. Knicks trail by 7. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Grant. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Grant's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for New York. Here's Shumpert. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Aflalo left side. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Verajao dishes to LeBron. 34 seconds left in the game. Soft touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Just love the focus when he gets around the rim. How huge could those 2 points be?
New York calls timeout. They're down by 6. 30 seconds left in the game. So for the Knicks, Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis comes in for Louis Amundsen. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verajao. Love comes in for Shumpert. And Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. That free throw good from Porzingis. .27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And Aflalo drops them both. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it. That's just a big-time play. Huge play that time. Did they ever need that steal? Big-time play.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
Well, he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunning. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He deserves a ton of credit on how many areas of the game he impacted tonight. His defense was superb. Offensively, he was ready to shoot the basketball. However you slice it, he was lighting it up at one end of the court and shutting them down on the other.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
So much. In the next.